FM. Earlier, I told you, oh, Henry Gifty Auntie is going to join me in the studio. I'm excited about it. And she's here.
Yo,
Hello!
yo, yo,
Yo,
yo,
yo,
yo,
yo!
yo, yo.
I didn't know you were a member of the Yo Yo
Oh,
Nation.
yes, I'm a silent member.
Really good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. Tired, but good.
Yeah, I can tell you've been working so hard.
Yeah.
I heard you're launching 2 books tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh! I mean, I can imagine the pressure even to put one down, and you're doing 2 at a time.
2 at a time.
You've been busy.
Yeah, sleepless nights. And,
Wow.
as every writer would tell you,
Yeah.
I mean, when it descends on you to write, it's like a spirit that's
Yeah.
put to you. But then if you don't get it out of the way, you get into this writer's block
Uh-huh.
where for a long time you'll not be able to write.
Oh,
and you
okay.
feel. So when it comes, you just do it. And
You
getting
just
it
have to.
published is another thing altogether.
I can
But I
imagine.
thank God.
I mean, for you, I expect more because there's just so much in you. I mean, after 25 years, we need 25 books. So, well, we don't feel sad for you at all. You're even shortchanging us.
I didn't start early.
You didn't start early. Okay, no problem. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But now, there are 2 books on the block.
Yes.
The first one is quite interesting. The second one, even better. Let's start with the first one, Broken But Beautiful.
Actually, the first one is Room 5005.
Oh, it's Room
Is that
5.
the fourth one? And then
Yeah.
Broken but Beautiful is the fifth book. But
Yeah.
Broken but Beautiful is based. I call myself a realist writer. I don't I don't write fiction. I write based on my own experience from job, experience from my quote unquote ministry dealing with women and other people. So Broken by Beautiful is a collection of motivational pieces because women go through a lot of brokenness. People think when you talk about brokenness, and especially women, then it's relationship. No. When it comes to job, raising children, the desire to have a child, even feeling guilty, professional women not being there for the family, not being there for the children. I mean, the sexual harassment we go through, wanting to go to school, not doing well in school, so many things break women. So this is a book that I have dedicated to every single woman everywhere in this world.
Wow.
I've worked with women for many years, and I felt that my fifth book should be dedicated solely to women, so that every woman who owns a copy of this book, anytime you're going through the brokenness, you remember that somebody finds you so worthy that they have dedicated, or she has dedicated, a book to you. So I want women to own this book. Every copy you own, you know that it's dedicated to you.
Literally like a woman's handbook.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Broken But Beautiful.
Yes.
And the second one that you're launching tomorrow is called Room 5005. I wanted to know what happened in that room.
Oh Lord, a lot happened in there. A lot happened in there. Even the journey from this morning I wrote that it should take me about a few seconds to walk from the left to the room 5005. But it was the loneliest, scariest, heartbreaking walk I've ever done in my life. And it's about my experience in mandatory quarantine. The circumstances leading to my coming into Ghana with one of the last flights on 22nd March 2022.
Okay.
And I'm launching it on the day that the incident happened. I went to tomorrow will be exactly 2 years.
2 years after the incident.
Exactly 2 years that Ghana closed its borders. That we at midnight we got all the flights in, and then borders were closed for 6 months.
Yes.
Yes, and in that room, the experiences, just imagine, it's based on the African Region Hotel, and I must say thank you to them for understanding that I'm going to tell the story from my perspective, my truth.
Yeah.
Because I have a history with African Region Hotel. That's
Okay.
where I started my program, The Standpoint, for 5 years.
Oh.
And I was treated like a queen even before I met the chief. And then suddenly, this same place, I'm treated like, the scariest thing
Yeah.
that anybody can come close to. So That's what, and there are lessons in there for politicians, for chiefs, for media people, for people in public space, for people who want to go into leadership. Understanding that being in a position of authority doesn't automatically make you a leader.
Yeah.
Understanding that irrespective of your circumstances, you can still lead. You don't have to be in a comfortable lead to lead. You can be in the most miserable situation, but you can still lead.
You know, all these things you say and the things about the book are intriguing. And all of a sudden, it just set my mind running wild, you know, because room 5005 and 2 years ago was a period of uncertainty.
Yeah.
A myriad of things that we all went through,
Right.
a myriad of emotions.
Yeah.
You know, whether quarantined or locked down or even out and about with your mask and sanitizer.
Yeah.
And I was actually waiting for somebody to, you know, chronicle that and get us to learn some lessons from it.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect time for you to throw this
Yeah.
out there. I'd
Yeah.
love to read
Yeah.
that.
It took me 2 years to actually decide to do it. At a point, I thought that, oh, well, the wise is over, so there's no need to do. And then January 2021 happened. Remember the number of people we lost. May they rest in peace.
Yes.
When we thought that we're out of the woods, but
That's
suddenly,
probably like the third wave, I think.
exactly.
Yeah.
We lost so many people, prominent people. It became so close. So I just said, listen, even World War One, people are still writing about it.
Yeah.
Because there are lessons to be learned. Even my experience on that flight, that BA, oh, man.
And what's interesting is, I think during the period,
Yeah.
I heard you speak a bit. I think you made some posts around the time. So
Yes.
I can actually imagine
Yes.
the amount of emotions that you've actually piled up in that book.
That book is dedicated to my little girl, Nyamie Nyonyam, because she was the reason I rushed to board that flight. And if there's been any experience where, I mean, I've had the happiest, my happiest, you know, everybody who travels and you want to go first class, business, Charlie, being in economy, I felt like, you know, the fact that I got a space
You
on that
just
flight
got on the flight
to
was
bring me home.
A relief.
Charlie.
Oh,
And the
dear.
drama on that flight.
Oh, is it?
Oh, right.
I'm curious. Can you share one with me? Because that was the last flight to Ghana, isn't it?
It was crazy. People were just losing their mind in there.
Really?
I was seated by a couple. And so luckily, at a point, I got up and moved to an empty seat. Later on, I got in touch with them and they tested positive.
Oh, dear.
But there was so much confusion. And in the, the COVID period affected a lot of relationships, marriages.
Yeah.
You know, so it takes my mind back to how they were fighting. They were, and you know, I couldn't normally. I would just try to calm tempest, but Charlie, that time it would be a shrew. You know, so I just quickly moved. I told the lady to calm down. Then I moved to a different seat. And whilst I was in that room for 7 days, no window open, because then there were so many, you know, theories that the virus was in the air and everything. Just imagine. So you are like in a prison.
And they'll come drop the food at the door, and you have to
Bang on your door. You know, and I have serious OCD.
Oh boy.
And I'm also
now
afraid of enclosures,
Yeah.
enclosed spaces.
Oh.
So you can imagine.
No, this is going to be a great experience. You're launching it tomorrow, and it's
Yes.
part of a series of activities to celebrate 25 years in the
Yes.
media.
Yes.
And rightly so. I mean,
Right.
long overdue. Tell us
Long
about
overdue.
it. Tell
Long
us about
overdue.
the.
Well, it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah.
You know, I tell people that journalism found me. Funny enough, I started my journey here. You know,
in this
95,
house.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I was a guest artist. I guess that's what got me interested.
Yeah.
But you know, active and practical journalism started 1997.
Okay.
You know, and from GBC, and I've done it all, seen it all.
Oh, you have.
And still exploring.
Yes.
And still being there. I mean, I make it a point to be there for other young ladies in the media.
Good stuff.
I listen. I watch them.
So
you know.
let's talk about the lineup of activities.
Okay, so Of course, I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. So after this one, there'll be a church, Thanksgiving church service. I'm also planning on, streamline. I do a lot of mentoring,
Okay.
both, in presence and,
Yeah.
from a distance, some outside the country. So we want to streamline it and do it professionally, properly. And we'll move on to also helping grooming other young authors, people
Okay.
who want to write. Can you believe that all my 5 books were written on my phone?
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Oh
including
wow.
these 2
Yeah.
on my phone,
I'm sure sometimes you're in transit, you're somewhere,
and I'm writing.
you're in the loo, and you're writing.
Thank you. You know it. You know your big sister too well.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
good stuff.
There are a lot of activities that I mean
Okay.
it's still unfolding, but the streamlining of the mentorship program for young ladies especially,
Okay.
of course, we're robbing young men if they're interested, and then also grooming young authors.
Invite
what they
us to
want
the book
write. Yeah.
launch.
Well, the book launch is going to be tomorrow. Unfortunately, my space is small because you can understand why I want to launch it at where I'm launching it.
Where
And
are
it's
you
straight-
launching it?
African Region Hotel. And it's strictly by
Okay,
invitation.
yeah.
But we'll stream it online,
Okay.
a Facebook Live, and on YouTube as well. So
On
people
your
can do
page?
it. On my page, on Henry Gifty Auntie Oga.
Okay.
And then, of course, I'll share it to the Standpoint, and then my private, page, that's Ohenere Nana Dansua, and
Okay.
other people, whoever wants to share, can share. There are lots of things. There's going to be a lot of surprises. There's some people who think they are come to surprise me, but they will be surprised.
I'm excited
Yeah.
about this. I'm excited
Yeah.
about this. And I'll say congratulations. You've
Thank
done so
you.
well, and we're looking forward to it. I really can't wait to grab a copy of the Broken but Beautiful, and of course, room 5005. Yes, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
by. I'm
too.
grateful.
Thank you.
For those who want to get in touch with you or probably want to find out more, how can they get
Yeah,
in
they
touch?
can call 0543 618182 or 0203535500, or follow me on my social media platforms, Ohenere Gifty Auntie Oga, or on Instagram, Ohenere_Gifty_Auntie. Prices will be announced tomorrow evening, so
Broken
Charlie, chill.
but beautiful. And would enter room 5.